Hey everyone, a massive storm is set to hit the United States over the next few days, bringing a host of problems, including a significant risk of severe weather. This storm could produce damaging winds, large hail, and tornadoes. Additionally, there's the potential for blizzard conditions with heavy snowfall expected from the Central Plains into the Midwest. In today's forecast, we'll break down everything you need to know about the weather impacting the United States over the next 7 days. We'll start with what's happening across the country today. The good news is that today will be relatively quiet with no extreme weather occurring at the moment. A few showers are moving through the Gulf Coast states, but overall, nothing significant. However, the real concern is the developing storm system, which is currently near the Rocky Mountains. It will take some time before we see significant severe weather and snow ramp up. But as we move into late tonight and tomorrow morning, this storm is expected to intensify rapidly as it moves into the central and southern plains. Severe weather threats, including tornadoes, large hail, and damaging winds, could begin as early as tonight, but the situation will escalate after midnight, especially across the southern plains. By tomorrow, another major day of severe weather is expected, with the system continuing to move toward the East Coast into Wednesday. At the same time, blizzard conditions with heavy snowfall will develop from the Central Plains into the Midwest. Severe weather outlook today, Wednesday. Let's take a closer look at the severe weather potential over the next few days. Monday's severe weather risk. Today is beginning to look more concerning, with a slight risk of severe weather in place across Oklahoma and North Texas. A marginal risk extends north toward Kansas City and south toward Abilene, Texas. The main threats today include damaging winds and hail with an elevated risk for tornadoes. Currently, a 5% tornado risk is in place from Oklahoma City to the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. Timing this severe weather event is expected to develop late tonight. Likely around or just after midnight, a line of thunderstorms will begin to form in western Oklahoma and Texas. As these storms move eastward overnight, they will pose a significant wind threat, along with the potential for nocturnal tornadoes. There is a possibility that we will go live to cover this event late tonight. Since it's an overnight threat, it will be more challenging, but make sure you're subscribed to the channel and have clicked the bell icon to receive notifications if we go live. Tonight's tornado risk could be significant, particularly in the central and southern plains. However, this risk is conditional, meaning tornadoes will depend on specific factors coming together. Currently, there's a lot of wind shear and a good amount of instability, which are both crucial ingredients for tornado formation. In some areas, the significant tornado parameter, STP, values range from 10 to 13, which is definitely favorable for tornadoes. However, there are still uncertainties in how storms will develop. We'll also be watching for any storms that develop ahead of the main line of storms. Things are expected to get messy around sunrise tomorrow morning. However, there could be a few discrete cells forming ahead of the main storm line. If that happens, there is a potential for an isolated strong tornado. While the risk remains low, it is definitely not zero, especially during the overnight hours. As we move past sunrise, the storm system is expected to become more disorganized. Despite the messy setup, there is still a tornado risk in southeast Texas and western Louisiana, particularly if any storms are able to mature and remain somewhat separate from the surrounding convection. Regardless, damaging winds will remain a threat, even as far north as Arkansas. While the wind risk will be more isolated in this region, the storm line is expected to intensify by the afternoon, forming a more organized system across eastern Arkansas, eastern Louisiana, and Mississippi. If any discrete supercells develop ahead of the main storm line, the chance for a strong tornado increases significantly. However, this remains a conditional risk, meaning it may or may not materialize. Tuesday's severe weather risk. By Tuesday, the severe weather risk shifts eastward, impacting areas near the Mississippi River Valley. The most significant threats will be in Louisiana, Mississippi, and Arkansas, where there is a conditional significant risk for severe weather. If you are in the slight risk or marginal risk area. Stay weather aware and have multiple ways to receive alerts. Make sure you have a tornado action plan in case a warning is issued. Main concern: damaging winds, especially in the lower Mississippi River Valley, where wind gusts could reach up to 80 miles per hour. Tornado risk: there is a possibility of strong tornadoes in the lower Mississippi River Valley, making this a serious situation. This is another event we are likely to go live for, so make sure you're subscribed and have notifications turned on. Although the most significant risk appears to be in the lower Mississippi River Valley, tornadoes could still occur as far east as Alabama and as far north as Missouri. At one point, it seemed like the Ohio Valley could also be at risk, but the warm sector is not expanding far enough north, and instability is lower than initially forecasted. While the threat is still considerable, it is not as widespread or intense as originally predicted. Wednesday's severe weather risk. On Wednesday, the severe weather threat shifts to the East Coast, with the greatest risk expected from New Jersey and Delaware down to Georgia. There is even a chance of severe weather in New York and Florida, which is rare for early March. Main concern: damaging winds. Tornado potential. If conditions become more favorable, the tornado risk could increase, particularly in North Carolina. We are also considering going live on Wednesday, so be sure to subscribe and enable notifications. Even if strong tornadoes do not occur, there is still a risk for widespread damaging winds and embedded tornadoes, which could cause damage, especially to mobile homes and manufactured housing. By sunset, the storm line is expected to move into Tennessee, Mississippi, and Louisiana, primarily posing a damaging wind threat after dark. Moving into the southeast, a similar pattern will emerge, with a line of thunderstorms developing around 7 to 8 p.m. tomorrow night. The primary concern at that point will be damaging winds, though an isolated tornado threat will still be possible. However, the storm line will likely be weakening, meaning both the tornado and wind threats should decrease. By late Tuesday night into early Wednesday morning, the overall risk of severe weather will be low, but not zero. However, as we move into Wednesday, the threat is expected to ramp back up across areas like North Carolina, South Carolina, and up and down the East Coast. Wednesday's severe weather threat. As we move into Wednesday morning, a weakening line of thunderstorms is expected to approach the Carolinas. There will be a short window around midday where a few discrete supercells could develop, particularly over eastern North Carolina, bringing the potential for an isolated tornado or two. Further north, the main concern will be damaging winds, which could intensify in the afternoon hours. Short-term weather models do not extend far enough to provide a precise outlook beyond noon on Wednesday, but at this time, the highest risk appears to be in North Carolina, South Carolina, and Southeast Virginia. Storm system overview. This storm system is expected to rapidly intensify beginning tonight and into early tomorrow morning. This will be a very strong low-pressure system, even for this time of year, with its central pressure dropping to around 980 millibars by early Wednesday. This would make it one of the strongest March low-pressure systems on record in the U.S. In addition to severe weather, this storm will also produce significant snowfall across parts of the Midwest. However, due to the system's fast movement, snowfall accumulations are not expected to be widespread, except in the upper Midwest, where we will discuss the details shortly. Regardless of snowfall totals, strong winds will create hazardous conditions, including blowing and drifting snow, leading to the potential for blizzard conditions across the Midwest by Wednesday morning. Late week weather outlook. As we move into Wednesday afternoon and evening, another line of thunderstorms may redevelop along the East Coast, bringing the potential for damaging winds. By Wednesday night, snowfall will still be ongoing in parts of the Midwest, but accumulation should remain relatively light. By Thursday and Friday, this system will move into the Northeast before a new storm system develops late Friday into Saturday. The magnitude of this next system remains uncertain, but severe weather could return to the Ohio Valley by next weekend. Take care, everyone. I'll be back tomorrow with a new update. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and comment. See you.